What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gino Thanks. I brought back Belle.
Hey guys, what's going on? Happy October, happy spooky season, man. This is my favorite season of all. The crunchy leaves, the apple cider, the hot whiskey toddies. It's time, dude. Haunted houses, socially distanced, of course, but happy Halloween, kids.
Exactly. This is my this is part of my Halloween costume right here. If you didn't know, I'm just trying to wear it. I'm not Chucky. Is that what Chucky wears? No, I'm trying to be the dude from The Circle. Have you watched The Circle on Netflix?
I have, and
you know what I'm talking about?
I sure do.
That's who I'm gonna be. That's who I'm gonna be. Alex from The Circle.
Let's go.
So I have my tie-dye shirt, but I didn't want to wear that. But when jeans are new, I don't know if I need like a bigger size, but I think I have like a big torso and like it's like hard to sit in these overalls.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll make it work. That's why I'm trying to stretch it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to what's it called? What do you call it? You know what I'm talking about? Break it in. That's what I'm looking for. All right. But anyway, moving on. So this week, you let me decide the movie that we were going to watch. And I came across this great movie called Spree. And have you heard about it before I sent you the link to it?
To be honest, I did not. When you brought it to my attention, I was just like, I've never heard of this film. And I looked it up, I watched the trailer, and I was just like, wow, it's different, it's refreshing to see, and I'm ready to talk about it. I watched it on Amazon Prime Video. I don't know what other platforms it might be on, but I know for me, I rented it on Amazon Prime Video, and it was...
Okay, baller. I streamed it for free, but But I think I saw it more of like as a mashup almost. Like it's it's going down the same path as like the homemade movies.
The found footage horror.
Yeah, exactly. Paranormal Activity type. But then it mixed it in with some it kind of almost it's like Scream almost, and that's why I love that David Arquette is in it.
Yeah. I love that cameo, and I think the film is like part social commentary, part what's the word I'm looking for? Cautionary tale, part slasher, part psychological horror. Like it just, I really enjoyed this film. Overall, I think it had a lot of the horror elements, like the suspense and the nervousness and anticipation, but then the character development also. I mean, it's amazing. Did you want to go ahead and tell everybody what it's about, or did you want me to go ahead and do that?
You can tell everybody what it's about.
Okay. All right. So we have a young man by the name of Kurt, and he's really into his social media presence. I don't know whether you guys are living under a rock, but social media is just at the forefront of everything we do nowadays, for shopping, for commentary, podcasts like we're doing now. Social media presence is just taking the world by storm. And Kurt is a young man that kind of went through some family issues, but he is using his social media platform to gain popularity and followers, and you just kind of watch his psychological deterioration as he becomes obsessed with the idea of, I need more attention, I need more people to see me, I need more people to follow me, I need more people to comment, I need, just you watch his downward spiral as he just becomes engulfed in the world of social media. And then we can dive a little deeper. Unfortunately, our podcasts contain spoilers because you can't review it without diving deep. getting into all the elements of the movie. So I apologize on behalf of Gino. Thanks. This podcast will contain spoilers.
Nah, we don't do that apologizing shit over here. Fuck that. No, but I feel like you're right. It is a social commentary, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's just like this podcast. So I feel like, well, I don't know about you because I don't think you're trying to be like all big on social media like that. But I'm trying to blow my YouTube up and shit too. And it's like I'm running out of options. I might just pull a Kurt and do what he did in the movie. Like,
well, I mean, you sure as hell, gain attention, but it won't last long. But either way,
that's what I'm saying. I'm confused. Like, he had to have known that it was only going to last for like a day. Like, doesn't everything happen in a day?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like a course of a day or two or something like that. But I really do believe that, the social commentary portion of it is just how our society has just become so obsessed with with what people see and how they see us and wanting to be seen. Because I think all the actors besides David Arquette are amateur actors, and I think they really did well in not only giving them a platform, but also just kind of commenting on how it's our generation. Because David Arquette, I mean, he's got his own issues, his character, but Kurt and the other characters in the film are around our age. They're under 35, and it just really shows about how the idea of image and attention and likes and comments and shares and stuff has become just almost an obsession of our generation. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I think also it has it's an easy watch because it's like an hour and a half runtime, I think. So that short runtime just gives it plenty of time to give you everything and not have you fall asleep.
At the same time, it's like I've only watched it once, but I definitely need to go through it again. And because there's no way you can keep up with all the comments that they're writing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like I have to go back and I feel like there's something I'm missing there too. So I feel like that would add to it. But as far as like people in real life, do you think that it's talking to anyone specifically, like as far as real? So who do you think it's like a message to specifically?
Well, I can't really name a specific person, but I can definitely name, like the prank genre, the stunt genre, those particular channels or personalities that focus on shocking their audience or doing something out of the ordinary to gain attention and gain followers. I mean, Kurt obviously takes it way too far because you're literally 20 minutes into the film and he's already knocking someone out and throwing them in a ditch. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, wow. So we are automatically get the premise that, okay, this is how this movie is going to start. But then you see just how far he's going with his kills to get likes and attention. And we have some cameos from what's the girl, Lala Kent? Is it Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules, a couple of like LA people, and I think there's another famous actress that was in there. But I think it just kind of shows like the buildup of his psyche and how far he's willing to go to get that attention. And the goal is to be seen and he goes after this girl. I think her name is Leslie James. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but she's a Black woman who's a comedian who has a ton of followers. But she doesn't do anything outrageous. She's just a comedian, And he's just like, oh my God, I aspire to be like you. I want to get to know you. blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, weird. Like, your channel is focusing on killing people. This person's channel is focusing on just being funny. And you all of a sudden idolize her because she has a bunch of followers and attention.
Whatever gets the views.
Yeah, I get it. So
I just feel like also like it did kind of start too soon. Well, not too soon, but like I feel like maybe they kind of wanted to set it up for a prequel. Maybe they kind of just jumped right into it, and I mean, on one hand, I like that they did that, but then like I like how they did some callbacks in the movie too, like stuff that happened in the beginning you didn't realize was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I thought that they would go more into what made him decide to start like killing. I mean, I guess it is kind of self-explanatory, but
they did. I mean, because when he explains his story, he explains that his mother had gotten a divorce, and the divorce from like he doesn't really respect his father, and I think a lot of his anger and need for attention is deeply rooted in the experience that he had with his parents being divorced. I mean, still shouldn't drive you to committing mass murder, but still, I know that divorce is something that has a deep effect on people, emotion-wise. So, yeah. And another thing that I also want to comment on is just the idea of stranger danger. I don't know about you, but Uber and Lyft is like my lifeline. And no matter where I am, as long as I'm able to download that app and call me an Uber, I'm good. But I came across an article that says, Uber says, and this was published in the New York Times, Uber says that 3,045 sexual assaults were reported in the U.S. last year. In its first safety report, the ride-hailing company detailed sexual assaults, murders, and fatal crashes through its platform. And here, let me just give you some numbers. Uber said on Thursday, and this was published December 5th, 2019 in the New York Times, Uber said on Thursday that it had reports of 3,045 sexual assaults during its rides in the United States in 2018, with 9 people murdered and 58 killed in car crashes. This is the first study that they published detailing unsafe incidents on the ride-hailing platform.
Is this a problem that's specific to ride sharing, or have they had these problems with taxis and stuff too?
Oh yeah, they've definitely had problems with taxis, but
that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's just a matter of. I mean, that's totally right. I don't think. Are you trying to make the argument that like people shouldn't do ride shares?
Well, I'm not trying to make an argument for anything, but what I am trying to say is that, this movie just kind of highlights the fact that you don't know who's in the driver's seat. Whenever you call that Uber, you're taking a chance. You're taking a risk. I mean, you take a risk everywhere you go, but the numbers that I'm seeing are just proof that nothing is sacred, nothing is safe. And it's just a scary thought to know
actually
that there were 9 people that died as a result of being in an Uber.
Now that you mention it, I did totally forget. Like a few months ago, wasn't there a report that in California, at least, they stopped all Lyft rides? What was that about? I just remembered that, and that's similar to like what happened in the movie. They stopped it because of the rideshare killer. But what was the deal with?
There was a rideshare killer. I didn't read that.
I'm talking about the movie. But that's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why I would think that they would do that in California. Why else would they stop everything?
Right, that's true.
I guess it was also because of Corona. I think maybe that's why.
It was for Corona. But again, it does make me kind of curious and want to do some research. To know that there have been 9 people that died because of an Uber ride. It's like, God dang, it's scary, And again, just the character development as a whole. I mean, you get to see where the guy just gets this really competitive mindset because he has a friend named Bobby, that he used to babysit, and Bobby he's trying to tell them that the things that I'm doing are stunts, like they're staged, but he's just taking it too far. And he's just like, I want to prove to you that I can be just as popular as you, just as good as you, but this is the level that I'm going to take it on,
I thought that was a great scene, first of all.
It was.
When he first showed up at Bobby's house and he was like hopping out the car. I thought that was a great split screen scene.
That was awesome because I thought that he was going for the comedian.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, wow, I love the twists in this. I love the plot twists. I love the pace is awesome. And again, it just takes you into that mindset of someone that's just so obsessed with attention and so obsessed with being seen. Because I think the girl even has a quote. She's like, see me, hear me, or something like that. I don't remember. Hold on.
What it does remind me of is, are you familiar with Jake Paul and Logan Paul?
No.
Well, I don't know. I think I forget which one it was, but one of them, they went too far on their social media and they were the suicide forest in Japan or something.
Yes.
He filmed that. And so I think people said that he took it too far or something.
What's the film called?
Spree.
No, not Spree. I'm talking about the one you're talking about right now.
No, I'm talking about in real life. In real life, he put on YouTube a video of the suicide forest, and he got banned from YouTube or something for that.
What's it? I want to look that up. I want to look that up.
Look up. It's like Jake. I think it was Jake Paul. Because Logan Paul. Logan Paul still has a show, and they're brothers too. So that's why it reminded me of they kind of stole, he used to babysit him when he was little. And I feel like, I don't know if they were alluding to the Pauls.
All right. Well, let's see here.
Oh, no, it was Logan Paul. And he's still on YouTube, so I don't know what the fuck.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul. Okay. So, yeah, it's technically, it's satire. But at the same time, it's so good. It's so good. Whoa.
Yeah, I can't show any of this on here. I'm not clicking any of these links.
No, I don't want the computer to be, I don't want the computer to get hacked. Kurt's World. But anyway, I really like. Let's see. I just really like the development of all these characters, and I love how Jesse Adams comes to the realization at the end, towards the end of the film, that what the hell are we doing, as a society? Why are we being so intermixed into the idea of social media fame and stardom? I really like how they called attention to it, and then just the horror elements, the blood and just the killings that he does are really calculated. And that first guy, that racist prick, oh, I was waiting. I was hoping that would be a little bloodier than it was, because I think he just knocks him out and then you don't see him anymore. But I'm like, hold on, he should have gotten the royal treatment. The royal Kurt's World treatment.
Yeah, I thought that was genius too, because right from the beginning, we're on board with him killing these people. We're like,
exactly. I was like, yeah, that was the only character I would say. Him and the self-absorbed LA douchebag, he definitely deserved what he got. That was awesome.
No, I will say I wanted to. I thought when they were driving around out the sunroof, I thought that was going to be a gorier scene.
Well, I mean, technically it was, with he definitely drills a hole into the girl's head, and then the two people are trapped in the sunroof, and and then it was really suspenseful because you think that their head's gonna get sliced off,
exactly,
but then
exactly.
it doesn't. But then it doesn't, and I was like, oh man.
We just spoiled it for all these people.
Sorry, but then the dogs come out, and I thought that was a really good sequence. You know what I mean? Because he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you to this dope spot. Take out your phone and record. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, and it was well done. It was well executed, and I also, David Arquette, his character. Honestly, I can relate because I dated a DJ, and for about 2 years, I've dated 2 DJs, and I dated this guy for about 2 years, and I remember just the times where he'd be like, yeah, I got this really dope gig, and meet me here, it's gonna be awesome, and I'm gonna hang out with all these DJs, and the next thing you know, you're in somebody's basement. Or a strip club, like this was. And I've never heard of, I don't know if DJ Uno is real, but that there was a language barrier there. That was different. That was kind of cool how they showed the diversity of the LA scene, and so I like that. And I'm glad because hello, I think you froze. Uh-oh. We've got Houston, we have a problem. See? It's probably because he looked up the suicide forest. He probably just got hacked.
I'm so sorry about that.
I was saying you probably just got hacked because you looked up the suicide forest.
Probably. My internet's not working on my computer. But the last thing I heard you say was that you're not sure if DJ Uno is real.
Yeah, is DJ Uno a real DJ?
I can't even look it up on my computer now.
I can look it up. But again, like, I like how they show the diversity. Yeah, so DJ Uno is real, but
really? I didn't know that.
But DJ Uno is not a Korean woman.
Oh, so it's not.
Yeah, not a Korean woman. But yeah, like, I really like how they showed the diversity of the LA scene, and just the LA lifestyle. You've got the real estate agent, you've got the douchebag, you've got the down to earth comedian girl just trying to make a living. You know what I mean? And I really like how they showed the diversity of characters. And I guess maybe because I look at films with a very analytical eye, I'm like, okay, so it's just kind of taking you through like all the different walks of life you come across in LA. Because have you been to LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you've got your sectors, and I love how it shows just the different sectors of people, that you come across. And poor Kurt, he's probably comes from like a middle class family, not too privileged, not too poor, but somewhere in between, and he's just aspiring to be a little higher, on the social totem pole. And I love how they.
No, I feel like they were trying to make it seem like he gets money. Like he had like 10 million GoPros. What are you talking about?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he invested all of his money into his YouTube, but you didn't. But the thing is, if he had that much money, why was he aspiring to be like Bobby, who had like swag and
because he had the followers. He just wanted followers. That's all it is. Like, money doesn't compare to followers. I don't know. That's my whole thing. See, I want to go back, and that's why I wanted a prequel, because it's like I need it to make sense that he was like, I'm gonna be famous just for this one day, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, clearly you can't be Bobby. Like, yeah, he wanted to be Bobby, but clearly he can't be Bobby.
He wanted to be Bobby, and that's why he took a shower in his shower, because he wanted to, you know, when he was going around his closet and looking at his clothes, looking at all the gear that he had gotten, he aspired to be on Bobby's level. And I guess Bobby was just like, dude, you're taking it too far. You're not really my friend. Like, the stuff I do is staged. You can't do what I do. But he's like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know? And it's awesome. Awesome. So I, you know, for the sake of ratings, I give Spree a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Wow, that's pretty high up there.
It is high up there. And I the reason why I'm giving it a 9 is because as a horror movie connoisseur, you really, I look at horror films, and I look at a number of areas. I look at character development, cinematography, story, plot or story, whatever, and then elements, meaning scares, you know. And I just feel like it touches on all of them, you know, and it doesn't run too long, and the characters are developed well. It's fast paced, it's suspenseful, the story is relatable, you know, it's something that is relatable to our generation. And so of all the films that I've seen in 2020 that are in the horror genre, I'm gonna have to put Spree at the top of my list.
Oh damn, that's
yeah, pretty... man, and it's low budget.
I did like it a lot, but I will say, and I guess this isn't really necessarily just about this movie, but like scary, especially maybe it's any movie in general now. Now when they make a movie, it's like they purposefully plan it so that the first movie doesn't give everything away. They set it up so that there's gonna be other ones, and I feel like they kind of did that with this. It's just, maybe it's because I want to see more. I guess that's the sign of a good movie, that I want to see more. And it seemed like
I want to see what Jesse Adams, because Jesse Adams' character, you see where, and again, this is a spoiler review, so I'm sorry, but I'm giving it away. Remember when she took the picture with his corpse?
Yeah, at the
end. What's gonna happen with her is, you know, because at the end of the film, you see where she's like, oh yeah, they got your girl in a hotel. You know what I mean? Like, where is her character gonna go?
That's the sequel. That's the sequel right there.
Yep. So that's what I'm excited to see, and I really hope that the writers just make it bigger and better for the next one. I'm
gonna tell you how it goes right now. All right, the sequel is gonna be like, her fans cancel her because she supposedly got rid of her phone on stage, right? Next thing you know, she's taking selfies. So then she gets canceled. She doesn't get big. And then she's like, well, now I'm going to go kill people because you guys want to cancel me.
That makes sense. Because one thing about social media is that cancel culture is just insane. I mean, you say one wrong thing and you are out of here. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited to see what they do with this, which should become a franchise. I believe it should become a franchise. It's awesome. And
they could go so many ways with it. Either they continue with this story, or they do a whole nother story, or they could do both. Like,
yep. You could make it like where you're having a storyline of like 4 separate people, you know, and it's great. So yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I really think that you know, it gives you something to think about. You know, is your social media presence really that important? Like, it really makes you think. Like, we got to kind of step out of the mindset of my worth is my follower count, or my worth is my subscriber count, or my worth is the comments that I'm getting. You know, because I know people that post their every move, and it's just like, really, man, what's private, what's sacred? You know what I mean? I remember being in a restaurant with my mom, and I looked over at the next table, and this girl, I mean, I get it, you take pictures of your food's delicious, but when you're taking pictures of your food, then you're taking a picture of yourself with the glass of wine in your hand, then you're taking your picture of the people that are sitting at the table, then you're taking the picture of you actually eating the food, And then you're taking pictures, your videos of just documenting the entire freaking thing, when the whole point of going out to dinner is to spend quality time with your loved ones. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's
Maybe she
sacred
didn't
anymore?
like the people that she was with. That she was.
Nah, don't give her excuses. No, don't give excuses. It's like, we have to think about what's sacred anymore.
You're right. I mean, I don't take pictures of my food like that. Like sometimes,
right, and
every once in a while.
I get it because that's what social media wants you to do. They want you to stay addicted. You know what I mean? AKA The Social Dilemma on Netflix, which is another great watch. But yeah, I loved it. I loved Spree. Awesome.
I heard a lot,
and that's a total like 360 from our Antebellum review. Because Antebellum, I was just like,
because there was a lot of hype around that, and this one was kind of like a nice little surprise movie.
Yeah, and it was refreshing. It's refreshing, and also
a lot of horror movies now. It's like they rely on those jumps, and it's like this one had more plot to it. And like the suspense. I think that's why. Like I don't know. Yeah, David Arquette being in there was definitely like an homage to the genre, like the satire. Is that considered satire?
Yeah. So it's like I'm really loving what they're doing with the found footage horror, since the days of the Blair Witch. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I mean, because I've seen some pretty terrible found footage horror. I've seen some pretty gruesome.
Like what? I love all those movies. I haven't seen a bad one. So what bad one are you thinking of?
Oh my god, dude. Are you serious?
I like VHS. I loved all those.
No, better.
Better. I thought you were giving me a bad one. So like you mean better as in the worst?
I'm giving you I'm trying to go to this film. I can't think of the name of it, but it's bad in a way that it's gruesome. Like very gruesome. It's terrible actually. Like I don't think I would ever recommend it to anyone, but I'm going to recommend it to you because you're asking.
Okay. Wait, so bad as a good because it's gruesome. So it's a good horror movie? Like I'm confused.
Bad as in just like the content is just shocking and gruesome and bloody.
Oh, like that they rely on is like gore and stuff, and there's no.
Yeah,
I see what you're talking about.
It's like torture porn.
I see.
Yeah,
but it's like homemade.
Yeah.
Homemade? Oh, yeah. I don't even know which movie you're talking about. Then
I'm trying to find it, and I don't know. One person that I would definitely recommend that people watch, and I promise you will get addicted from just one video. Spooky Rice on YouTube.
Spooky Rice.
I aspire to be like Spooky Rice. I'm not gonna like go as far as like killing people or anything, but I love his it's called Disturbing Breakdowns, and I love how he just details horror movies. He spoils the shit out of them. Don't get me wrong. He spoils the living hell out of them. But the way that he does it with the background music and everything, it's just awesome. And but yeah, so Spooky Rice is definitely one of my influences. Let me see. Spooky Rice, because he really goes into detail. It's not the Poughkeepsie tapes. It's not Angst. It's not Benny's video. Hold on. Oh, God damn it. Because it's just terrible. It's so gory. Damn it. I don't know. I'll have to look for it and find it for you. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, just send it to me, whatever. But this is different from the movie that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, but it's
Spooky
along
Rice.
the
Okay.
yeah, it's along the same. Well, Spooky Rice he's a channel on YouTube. He's a personality on YouTube. But yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. You've got shit, dude. There's so much. Oh my god, there's so much. Um, hold on. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Give me a second.
Take your time. It's okay.
It's not the house that Jack built. That's a good one, but it's not that. The Poughkeepsie tapes you may like. I would start with that. The Poughkeepsie tapes.
And that's him talking about the movie?
Yes, but I would watch the Poughkeepsie tapes if you want to see another found footage horror film.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's called the Poughkeepsie tapes. It's not bloody per se, but it takes you kind of inside the whole genre, and I just think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. But there's another one, and I can't find it right now. I'll find it at some point. They probably took it down because that movie is all types of fucked up. All types of fucked up.
Have you seen Unfriended?
I think so. A long time ago, I think I did.
And they're all talking on a Skype call.
Yeah, I believe I saw that.
Yeah, that movie
years
was
ago.
genius.
Yeah,
and then good. The sequel, Unfriended Dark Web.
Okay, that one I have not seen, so I need to watch that.
So there's actually another movie that's just called Dark Web, and I thought that was that at first, but they are different. But both of those movies, Dark Web and the sequel to Unfriended Dark Web, don't quote me on that. It might be a different title. It might be called like Dark Net or something. I don't know. No, Unfriended, the sequel is definitely called Unfriended Dark Web. The other movie that I'm talking about that I thought was it, I think that might be called Dark Net.
All right, I found it. It is called August Underground. August Underground.
That's the movie?
Yes, since you're a streamer, you'll find it, but I'm warning you. I'm just
2001.
I'm not even giving. Yeah, exactly. I'm not even going to give you anything. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just warning you. That's all. I personally, it's. I think a lot of found footage films, especially when it comes to the horror genre, they closely cross the line between found footage and snuff. And I like that this film gave you just enough blood to be scary, but not too much to where it's crossed over into a snuff film. August Underground is absolutely a snuff film. But
shit.
it's in the found footage horror genre. So if you can stomach it,
in 2001, are you sure, or is it like really they just decided to like
just do it, man?
I think if it was a really, how come when did Blair Witch come out? 90 something?
In the late 90s. We were kids.
And then this came out right after that. So I guess they might have been starting the trend then. You're right.
Yeah. So I mean I think give it a shot.
I'm getting scared to watch it now. Like, just think about it. I don't want to watch a snuff film.
I personally didn't last. I didn't make it. And I've seen all kinds of films, from Japanese horror to Korean horror to Thai horror, which is actually a really good genre to get into, by the way. Malaysian, Filipino horror. But Filipino horror is kind of mild. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah.
No, let me tell you, one of the scariest scenes I've ever remembered from a Filipino movie. They had kidnapped like these girls, right? And they tied them to a tree. They put honey all over their legs, and then they somehow had a bucket of ants, and they had the ants like eating at all their legs while they were tied to the tree. That's like some. I don't even know what the fuck movie that was, but that's the scariest.
If you think that that's some scary shit, then August Underground is gonna send you running for the hills. Because I know for me, I didn't make it, and I'm usually just a tough skin. I'm usually able to sit through eyes being gouged out and guts and salt being poured into wounds. I mean, I think the only cringe thing that I've ever seen that really shook me was when I watched the show Vikings and the guy got the blood eagle done.
The what?
The blood eagle. Oh my God! You don't know what a blood eagle is?
What's a blood eagle?
A blood eagle is an old Norse punishment or execution method where they would it was usually done to like a king or someone that you really got to do some fucked up shit to get a blood eagle. But it's an old Viking torture method where they would lay you down on your stomach. They take a big axe, they cut right down your back, they take your skin off your back, and then they take each rib and they pull it out. When they one by one,
you're alive the whole time.
You are alive the whole time. They break your ribs one by one, and as they're pulling each rib out, they take your lungs and they put your lungs and spread them out like an eagle. So you're hanging like this, and your back, your ribs, and your lungs are. Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry, yeah. I didn't know your lungs spread out like wings.
Yeah, and you are still alive and you are still breathing, and yeah, that was probably the most disturbed I have ever been, because the thing is, what's really insane about this is that if you scream during this entire thing, you will not go to Valhalla, which is the Viking version of heaven. But if you get all of this done to you in complete silence, you will go to Valhalla.
So this is one of those like period pieces, though.
Yeah, Vikings.
I'm not gonna be into it if it's a period piece, but that scene sounds crazy.
I mean, whew, good Lord, just thinking about it, my back hurts.
Yeah, it's like I like gore, but that can't be it reminds me of like the Hostel movies. Yeah. I like the first Hostel movie, but any movie after that, they all suck because it's like they just went with the whole torture scenes the whole time.
Yeah, and like torture, that's why I was saying like torture porn. It's its own genre, and excuse me, I think that there's a time and place for that, and I think a really good horror movie is able to just have all those different elements without being too over the top with it. August Underground, I'm just throwing it out there. It's torture porn. But just give it a shot.
Oh my God. I don't know. For you to say that you love these movies or whatever, and then you couldn't make it through this, that makes me worry, but I will give it a shot. Are you saying we should do a review of this one?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I'm not even going to want to tell anyone I watched it after I watch it.
No, it's hard for me to even say that I just recommended August Underground to you. I got you. But again, I love it. Let's dive into these movies, man. I love this, and I think that Spooky Rice, if you're watching this, I love you. But yeah, I think it's a fun genre. It's a fun genre. It's my favorite genre. Always will be. And yeah, Spree. Awesome flick for 2020, and it's not too bloody. That's one thing that would make this okay to watch like with friends, because there are some films that you just cannot watch with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not I'm not saying family friendly, but it's something cool to like watch with a group of friends and you're just chilling and having a good time, because it's exciting, it's fun, and it's not a whole bunch of blood. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. Yeah, but going back, because I just realized that I never gave it my rating, but based on the fact that, I did want them to explain more how we decided, in the beginning, how we decided to start doing this. And then, also because I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I felt like I wanted to know more. I don't know. I don't. 9 is pretty high. I would probably give it like a 7. I would say 7 out of 10. But I did really like it just because of the genre. But as far as our next movie, what do you think we should do? If you don't want to do August Underground, did you want to pick a movie, or did you want to do that other movie I suggested?
Well, I think the other movie that you suggested was The Last Supper.
Yeah, that movie is
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, I actually just watched it again when I suggested it to you because like I had to see it again, and it's just as amazing as when I watched it the first time, and it's totally relevant today.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Let's do The Last Supper.
Okay.
And I will watch it.
I will watch it again, even now, like because I love that movie. I'm telling you.
I will watch it.
I feel like you'll enjoy it, especially if you're. I don't know you, because see, it's gonna be tough to like talk about the movie and then not talk about like what's going on in politics today.
Oh, absolutely. I'm ready. However you want to frame it, we can do that. I'm happy to do that. Because I think Spree, it just hits on so many areas, and I love how it just kind of speaks to the social climate of social media and followers and fame and being liked and being wanted, and it's great. So yeah, The Last Supper is our next film. I'm excited.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like he had to have known like what did he think was gonna happen? Like, he's gonna get famous for the one day, but then like obviously your life is gonna be over. Was that worth it? Well, that's why I'm mad. That's why I'm mad at the movie.
He was going through psychosis, so you're not really thinking logically when you have murder on the mind.
I mean, he planned everything out. He should have had a plan for like what he was gonna do like the next week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He didn't set it up for that.
That's true. Like he unfortunately probably won't live to see how, his follower pool grow, I guess. I don't know. It's weird.
No, there are people that are like that though. They're like, I don't care if I'm dead as long as I'm infamous.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, we'll definitely let you know. Not let you know. We'll be back with another movie review possibly next week. No rush though. Whenever you want to see it, it's a good movie. So take your time. Like really pay attention to what they're saying. It's like it's deep, and it's kind of scary in another way. It's scary to like because it's definitely a social commentary, and it's like. Damn, like who's right? Like I don't know. It's one of those. I don't know. Never mind. Just watch it. I don't even want to tell you too much. You saw the trailer. You saw the trailer though?
No, not yet. I haven't seen anything about it yet.
You want to watch the trailer live and react to it?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put it up right now. Hold on. Let me look for it. No, you know what's really weird? I looked even on like the streaming sites. Like this movie is really hard to find. And
I can tell because I've never heard of it.
On the streaming site, it doesn't even list it as the right movie. It like lists it in another language. I don't know. There you go.
A storm is brewing, my friends. Someone has to stop it.
Every Sunday of the year now, we've been inviting a guest over for dinner and discussion.
Zach, this is Mark. Oh, hey, Mark, this is Zach.
We're a bunch of damn liberals.
What are you, a Nazi?
Or is that too far to the left? Hitler had the right idea.
Excuse me?
Damn liberals.
Let this pass. We can go on with the rest of our lives.
This is terrible!
What if you kill somebody whose death makes the world a better place? The blue bottle is bad. The green bottle is good.
Everyone, this is Reverend Gerald Hutchins.
Homosexuality is the terrible disease, and AIDS is the cure.
When a woman cries rape, it's usually because she's already consented to sex.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, I hate that guy already.
I've never met anyone who's anti-Earth.
We're not even giving people a decent meal anymore.
The fag basher had Chinese.
Have you seen any of these men?
Ready for my wine? All right.
Brother, have you lost your mind serving me this filthy swine?
How about toast? I think we're in the clear. And would you take off those glasses and that homeboy hat? It's a secret.
Fellas wouldn't know a guy can get a decent meal around here, would you?
Yes.
File this under amazing stories, my friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, the movie's genius.
Cameron Diaz.
I know her movies back in the day. I love all her movies from back in the day.
My favorite one of hers is with her and Tom Cruise.
Which one was that?
I think it's like something about she's like, I love you, Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Are you sure it was Tom Cruise? She was in the movie with Tom Cruise?
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. And it's called.
Was it like a newer movie? Anything she did after Charlie's Angels, I didn't like.
No, it's before that, way before that.
Wow. Well, I thought I liked all Cameron Diaz movies. I like There's Something About Mary. What else?
Dude, what is it called?
Vanilla Sky.
That's what it's called, Vanilla Sky. That's
Oh wait.
Tom Cruise and
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot. I forgot all about that movie.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You probably would forget.
Yeah, no, that movie's
That
genius
good.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to see that, and I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I hope it's on Amazon Prime Video.
That's what I'm saying. Her movies were like deep. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And this is another one. But so yeah. Once again, let everybody know where to find you at so they could follow you.
You can find me on Instagram, on the gram, Belle Divino. I'm not that person for followers. If you follow me, great. If you don't, not killing anybody for your subscription.
If they don't follow you, then we can kill them. How about that?
Yeah,
I'm
good. No, but really, Belle Divino, it's my Instagram. Hit me up. If you have any movies that you think we should review, anything you would like to see us talk about, we're here, and this is awesome. I love this platform. I love this space. I love these movies, whether it be horror, whether it be psychological, whether it be drama, whether it be artsy, whether it be film noir, just film is my thing. I don't know why I didn't major in cinema.
You didn't you didn't miss out on anything, because in college you would have been learning how to film on tape, and as you all know, like now that's obsolete, so like you didn't miss anything. All right. I'm mad that I went to college and we were learning on tape, and now that there's 14-year-olds on YouTube doing tutorials of stuff that's more advanced than what we learned in college. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's crazy.
So,
okay, well, maybe I'm glad I didn't major.
that's neither here nor there. That's just what Gino thinks, But anyway, yeah, I forgot to mention that. People, leave in the comments what movies you want us to review, and what your opinion is too. Let us know what you thought about our opinion, if we're wrong about anything, if we're right about anything. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
All views expressed are of our own opinion and do not express the views of any of the characters, filmmakers, or production companies therein.
There you go. All right. Thank you for being a guest again, and we'll see you soon.
All right, my dear.